Hi guys, it's back with another video and welcome to the final episode here in Adventure Springs Resort in Planet Coaster, where today we have opened the park. As you can see, there's staff around the park, there are people in the park. As you can see, we've got over 4,000 of them in the park. All the rides are open and we're going to look at the operations of the park, what people think to it. We're going to go on some of my favourite rides and also a couple of other parts to this video as well. So as you can see, we've got lots of people here in the main kind of hub of the park, all going in different directions. You've of course got this park over here and you've got the Studios park over on this side. So we're going to look a bit at operations now. So if we go into park management here, I have gone through all this stuff before in other Planet Coaster episodes, but I thought this would be my biggest Planet Coaster series, then I thought I would go through this. So as you can see on the overview, you've got the guest happiness here, which is 93%. Top thoughts: this park is great, the place has great scenery, the park's very spacious, and Adventure Line's really good value, that's the monorail. The Great Movie Tour is really good value, and that's our tram tour. So now, if we go on to staff, as you can see, so we've got all of our different staff down here. Most of them seem to be pretty happy. A few of them have quit. I haven't just put them in here, they've actually been in here for a while because I did already film this episode, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, so I'm going to do it again. So as you can see, with staff members, you get this button here where you can train them. So you can up their training, which will up their happiness. So staff happiness, as you can see, we're at 63%. So we could definitely work on that. So, of course, by increasing their happiness levels, you can keep training them, and then that will increase their happiness. Worth pointing out though, when you do increase their training, they will expect higher pay as well, and of course if you give them higher pay, then they're going to be happier. So as you can see, most of our staff here are all trained up. Some of them are quite low. You know what, we'll give this one a bit of a pay raise and hopefully her happiness will go up. Many guests are thirsty, as you can see, so you can get all these notifications in the corner. And then you can also hire staff here as well. So we're going to get some vendors and we're going to put them around some of the shops. We're going to have a look at all of the different shops, see which ones need a vendor inside them. The vendors will take random times throughout the day because they might need a break and they might go and find a staff room, and they will just leave and leave the place empty, despite the fact that it's still open. So as you can see, this one is currently empty. There's a vendor down here, then they'll go into the stand or shop and go and start their job. So we can go over into this area now. There's quite a few different shops around in this area. Tell you what, the queue's the Great Movie Tour. Starting to build up a little bit. It's not that big of a queue though. There's only a small amount of queuing in here. So. There we go. There's another different shop there. This one has got something. We've got Aliens, the final battle just here. Our dark ride, that's got quite a big queue. That's pretty much blowing out the entrance there, as you can see. And we've of course got the Mummy over here. Not too many people in the queue for this. In fact, this is actually very quiet. Not very much. Yeah, it's a very quiet queue for the Mummy just there. As you can see, we've got someone in our information booth. We've got someone in the Memento. We've got toilets there as well, and also a staff room just here as well. I can't actually remember if I can see it if I increase the amount of staff we get. So I think, yeah, here we go. We can up the capacity of our staff rooms. As you can see, you can up them to 10. And you can confirm that. Of course, in sandbox mode, money does not matter, as you have unlimited of it. As you can see, one of our staff members that was unhappy has quit. If we click on him, we can actually rehire him. Here's our security guard here, not very happy, as you can see. We can rehire him, and it'll bring up his happiness to about halfway. Basically, you get another chance to make sure he's happy, but of course, it is difficult to look after all of your staff in this game, especially when you need quite a lot of them to be able to run the park. So it can get quite difficult. Let's have a look here and see if anyone needs any training. Here we go. So this person needs some training. Up that. This person. And this person there. So just keep going down, upping their training, increasing their happiness levels. We seem to have got the majority of them. Of course, there is a long line. Here we go. There's a couple that quit. So we could rehire them, or we'll just have to replace them. Chief Beef has been empty for a while. Right, so we click on that. We can get a vendor. And then I think it takes us to the here we go. As you can see, a new one in there. I believe that's all of the food outlet. Oh no, there's a couple over here in our kind of fishing village area. Yep, someone's in there. And this one is empty. Cosmic Cow milkshakes. So yeah, it seems to be a lot of the drink stands where a lot of guests have left, a lot of vendors have left, and that's making all the guests thirsty. We can have a look on our main street here as well. There's a few shops over here, just make sure they're filled. Yeah,
the stun is fine.
Go. So that's all good. So now, if we look at our staff happiness, as you can see, that's now 64%. So it's going up slowly. But until the staff members need training again, it's not always easy to be able to keep their happiness levels up unless you are upping their pay, which is something we can try and do now. So I believe this is our free roaming character. So if we go and find them. Is this our free roaming one? I don't know if it's our roaming actor. Here we go, yeah, so they're going to so if we look on the main street over here, this is where I placed the there we go, there's our entertaining 5 guests. He's nice and happy. Our only roaming actor. Yeah, we've only got one in this park, so we definitely don't want them leaving. Here we go, we can start upping their payment. So, as you can see, we've got all the different symbols there for what they are. So, Just Washington there, she's clearly one of the mechanics fixing rides. We've got a lot of vendors just here. So we can start upping some of their pay. I won't do all of them because it's going to take ages with the amount of staff we have in here. However, just to give you an idea, this is the kind of thing you need to be keeping an eye out for when you're operating a park in Planet Coaster. Making sure that your staff are trained up, that it's not been saving any of them. I've literally just noticed that. Oh gosh. Yeah, making sure that you're increasing their pay. Otherwise, they're not going to be particularly happy. There we go. So we'll just stick with that for now. In fact, we can go around, and some of the ones that have lower happiness levels, we can up their pay a bit. I think I just did that one, but it didn't save it. There we go. I think it's when I scroll down that it doesn't save it. Here we go, if we carry on scrolling down. Here we go, we've got a few happy staff around here. Yeah, on average, they seem to be in the kind of orange kind of area, so kind of mid happiness levels, as you can see. That one's quite low. this one could do with some training as well, actually. There we go, more training there. So as you can see, that's a little bit more about staff, work rotors and staff building. We haven't got work rotors. We haven't looked at that yet. I won't look at that because, to be honest, I don't really know what to do with it, and I've never tried to do it. As you can see, we have got 4 staff rooms. As you can see, you've got staff entertainment there, we've got a rec room, social club, and none. We can choose what we want it to be. So maybe we can put staff entertainment again, or we can do staff healthcare. We've got staff entertainment there, so we'll do that. And as you can see, each of our staff rooms can hold 10 staff members, and this is how many are resting in that staff room at the moment. And then you can of course click these buttons to find where they are. So we've got this one which is on Main Street. We'll have this one, that's the one that's in our Wild West area, I assume. Or it might be in, oh there it is down there. It's hidden down there away from guest view. So there we go. Oh, here we go. We've got a broken ride now. That actually works quite nicely to something else I need to talk about. So of course, mechanics are around the park to fix the rides when they break down. So if we go and hire a mechanic, there are other mechanics around the park, but I don't know if there's going to be any close by. But this is just a good opportunity to show you how to do this. So of course, when your ride breaks down, everyone's going to leave the queue. So we can put a mechanic down here, and now they're going to go up to the ride and fix it. So of course this ride's broken at the moment. They're going to go up the exit path, fix the ride, and make sure it can be operational again. Yeah, things aren't going very well in there. So now I'm going to show you one of the shows that's in the park. So I haven't actually built the shows on camera. I did these off camera, and it's over here, the first one that I'm going to show you, and it is a fire and fountains show. So we're going to have a look at this one, and yeah, this is pretty much my first time trying to do a kind of fountain and fire style show. So it's not the longest, 55 seconds, and I did actually use a lot of effects on this because I actually got to the limit of the amount of triggers I could set. So yeah, I did use quite a lot of triggers with this one. So here we go, let's have a look at the show. There was the fire and fountains show, as you saw. Probably on my stuff. So now we're going to go and ride on some attractions around here, and we're going to ride 3 of the attractions. I think we're going to ride this pirate coaster over here. We'll go on Amara just here, the B&M Wing coaster, and we're going to go on this indoor coaster here, which hasn't been shown on camera yet. I finished it a couple episodes ago, not on camera. I've done a lot of work off camera, and this one's very different to when last saw it. So we will go and have a look at that. We'll start off over here with what I believe is Flying Cutlets. Yep, Flying Cutlass, there we go. Hopefully we get on the road. There we Okay, right, so now we're going to go and have a look at Amara just here, our B&M launched wing coaster, which is currently just going into the brakes. Okay, there we go. So, we're now going to go on another ride that I wasn't actually planning to have a look at, because I didn't think we'd have enough time. Multiple rides of great value, there we go. So, if we go in here, this is our Aliens Final Battle. Everyone out.
Oh, yeah! Oh!
Now, we're going to go on one final ride, and that's going to be this indoor coaster here, which I've decided to call Mission Breakout, because the whole theme of this ride is you're going into quite different. Oh, it's not even night time. Go. We're about to get a dispatch. There we go. It's the first scene. We'll get held here for a bit, and then the doors are open, and we're going to launch out. and also Back to the Future. There we go. Now we're approaching the end of the episode, so that is pretty much it. However, I have now got a fireworks show that I'm going to put in some footage of. As you can see, this big slab of concrete over here. That is where all the fireworks are, and we're about to put the show on. So it lasts about a minute. Once again, I can't remember if I got to the limit or not on this one. I'm not sure if I did, but there are quite a lot of fireworks in this. So yeah, it doesn't go on for too long. But here we go. We're going to sit just over here, block out the show buildings. They're not the nicest things to look at. And get a nice view of the park with the fireworks going off. So that's now the end of this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, George Kelly, follow me on Twitter, George Kelly, and check out my other YouTube channel at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.